Hi there, I want to show you the specific use case of MCP server connected to the Copilot agent. This is a customer representative chat. I've published the agent to my teams, and now I want to chat with the Business Central without actually knowing my ERP rate. So I'm customer representative. My day starts with calling the customer that you have some balance due. I have prepared my tooltip. Show me customers with balance due. Include credit limit and balance. Thank you. For that, I don't need to go to the Business Central and see everything. I don't need to have an idea of what is there at all. I just need to ask my agent what is there. Let's see. While it's thinking, let's flip to the Business Central. I have here my CDX demo environment. I have 5 customers. Some of them has balance, some of them have not, and some of them have credit limit and some of them has no credit limit. Let's see what it found. Didn't find anything. Let's try force it a bit, connect to Business Central. Underneath model context protocol is not scary. It's just API points that you expose. Because my agent can talk to the web, it probably tried to search web first. So with the prompt starting with the connect to Business Central, I actually forced it to show me whatever in the Business Central. Let's see if it was correct. So I have trade research with the balance of 3,000 and a credit limit 405. Where is my trade research? Here is my trade research. I can see already that the balance is correct. Let's see if the credit limit is correct. There, 4,004. Now I have one that does not have any balance, 0. So that should not be showing here. And that is not showing here. This is a Datum Corporation. Now, when I look as a customer representative on this, I see that Relic Cloud is no good. They need to be contacted, right? They have a credit limit of 0 and they have such a big balance. But before contacting them, I want to actually know what they didn't pay. Now I will ask, connect to Business Central, show me history for the customer 50,000, the Relic Cloud in Matrix. Show me due date and remaining amount. Now we know that underneath we have the customer ledger entries in the Business Central. Let's try again. Sometimes it tries to search the history in your chat, and what we can do, we can ask it not to use previous history. Now it's a very simple agent. I didn't add a lot of instructions into it. I want to show you also what you can face when you build your own agents. Now, agent looks at the whole history, and what it tried before, it tried to analyze the history that you had there. With the prompt, do not use previous conversation history, I kind of forced it to actually connect to the Business Central and see what is unpaid. Okay, so I have here 3 unpaid invoices. I see the remaining amount, and I want to verify if my agent didn't hallucinate. So let's flip over, for example, for this invoice to Business Central. So I'm working with my Relic Cloud. And as we know, all the interactions are recorded in the customer ledger entry, so that's where I will go. As you see, there are so many invoices and so many payments, and it didn't show us everything, right? That's because in the prompt I was very specific. I asked it not to show what is not there, right? So show me due date, do not include paid invoices. And it knew that the paid invoices are those that has open. Check on them. but we are looking for the one specific invoice. So it says to us the remaining amount 99,964. Let's see. Yeah, that is correct. Let's check another invoice. 7,000. Nice. Now, let's say I want to call my customer. For that, I need to connect to Business Central, and I will also do not use previous conversation to force it to connect right away. Now, contact filtered conversation. You see, my agent is smart enough not to show all the valuable customer information there, so I would need to find this information somehow otherwise. But let's say I'm with the customer on the phone, and he wants to know what is the specific of the invoice 148, because he doesn't remember it, right? So I go connect to Business Central, show me sales lines. Let's do sales lines. Show me lines for this invoice. And I want to know the item number as well there. Alright, so I'm on the phone with my customer and I have everything on the fingertips. I don't need to go to the Business Central and check everything, right? I can do same for those all items and such. Let's see if it didn't hallucinate. Let's go to this invoice. I will do show document. I have here conference table and Seoul guest chair. Seoul guest chair, conference table. Nice. So this one type of the conversation that you can have with MCP server and your Copilot agent. Let's see how it's actually built. If you go to the Business Central in the version 27 and search for the feature management, and my camera prevents me of doing that, okay. You are going to be sure that your MCP server access is enabled for all users. This is a preview feature. It's not activated by default. Then you are going to create model context configuration. You can search MCP context protocol server configuration. You will go new and create one. Add all the API pages you would like to have. I strongly recommend to activate this dynamic tool mode because your agent is very specific to the customer service. You don't want maybe everything. You want to exclude, discover additional objects from here. Allow create, update, delete for the testing purposes would be just fine. Once you activate it, you will need to create a new agent, and you will need to add You will need to add a tool. You will go add tool, search for the MCP Business Central. You will specify it will allow you to connect. You will provide the credentials here. You will select the sandbox and the environment you want to connect to company, and you will copy paste the server configuration here. This is basically it. Let's see what we also can do with this agent. So for example, we have something else here. Now our customer Alpinsky called, and I'm with on the phone with them now, and I want to know what is their standing situation, right? So I'm asking connect to Business Central, show me information about customer Alpinsky house, and include balance due and a credit limit, please. While it's still thinking, let's see what we have from the customers here. So I have Alpinsky here. They have outstanding balance of more than 4,000 and they have a credit limit for 10,000. Let's see. Perfect. Now Alpinsky is still on the phone and they are asking what the open documents do they have with me. So And I want to see not only the sales orders, they can be credit memos or return orders or whatever they are. So I want to see everything, and I'm a sales representative. I may not know about some of the sales documents, right? So I'm asking in plain English, get me sales documents for the customer. And here we go. We have quotes, we have return orders, and we have credit memo. And customer goes, okay, give me some information about the specific return order. What do you have on that order? So I can go, show me the lines for this. You see, I'm not specifying if it's a quote, if it's a return order. I'm just giving the number, so I can just copy paste and see what is there. I'm not specifying any additional format information, so it's a free entry, if you will. Okay, so on the quote, you see I have item, I have a quantity, and so on. Now, customer is also wondering about the return order. So we can do connect, was too fast, connect to Business Central and show me return order lines for this document. So your sales representative doesn't need to connect to the Business Central. They don't need to go into it and look into it, know what it is, what the documents are. Okay, so here we go. You have a return order for the conference table. We are waiting for you to send. Your label was created and so on. Now, we have a very nice customer. They have a credit limit of 10,000. The balance, the invoices and sales orders look good, and they ask us additional information because they want to order something, right? So they want to order some beans. I don't know if we have them on inventory or not, and I also want to know if there are any sales orders outstanding. Nothing found. Okay, let's do our do not use previous conversation. Sometimes you actually want to use previous conversation because that will allow you to analyze some information that you already have at hand instead of connecting there. And in case you connect into several systems, that is actually very useful. Nothing found. Okay, let's try remove chat history. Yes, please. Let's try to find our up again here. That happens. And let's start all over again. Connect to Business Central, show me bins. Nothing for bins. That's okay. That happens. Let's see what we also have in our items. Let's try another way. Let's try connect to Business Central, show me all items, please. Include quantity on sales orders and hands. And quantity on hand. What sometimes happens, it tries to connect to the Business Central. APIs are not perfect. Maybe it didn't found something in there. So now I have everything what is in my inventory. I have quantity on sale, I have quantity to invoice, I have quantity to ship. I don't have my inventory. So that's why my prompt is not good enough. Yes. So let's try to correct it. Show me all items, include quantity on hand and sales order quantity. Quantity on hand for now. Now it will try to search probably again the conversation history because there is some items. On the other hand, I didn't include quantity on hand before. Okay, so now I see my quantity on hand. I see something is minus, oversold something and so on. Now my customer, I tell customer, you know, whatever you're asking is not there, and they are wondering if I have purchase orders for those. I can ask it because I have that in my MCP server. So I go connect to Business Central, are there any purchase orders for this item, so they know that we have bins, they have buying them for a very long time, they want to know if they are coming because they're not on the list. Let's see. All right, nice and clear, right? I have my purchase orders for the bins. I have 3 purchase orders and I have expected receipt date. Let's flip to the Business Central and see how is it actually looking from this side. So we go to the purchase orders. Let's see which one it found first. Nice. 606 here, and it's my demo database, so it's in the past. But what I did here, I actually specified expected receipt date in the future, which is January 2nd, and that is exactly what it shows here. Now let's see the last one. Yes, I don't want to do anything with it at the moment. So I have here my bins, I have quantity, and I have my expected receipt date in February. What do we have here? Receipt in February. You see, when I specified the prompt, I had specified to include me unit of measure only, and that's expected receipt date and unit of measure, and that is what it did, right? So because I have maybe by piece, I have a bag, and then in the bag it could be more. So this is how easy you can go around it, right? Let's review it one more time. So you enable the feature inside Business Central, you create your MCP configuration, and you tell it what points, talking points you want to have. For example, for this one I had played around, so I added everything I wanted to. You go to the agent, you create a new agent, you add a new tool, create a connection, you publish, and you are good to go. Thank you for watching. Bye.